All right, on three-way switch, what typically happens is you have traveler wires, which is one black and red, and there's also one which is a neutral wire, which is white wire, that connects directly to the other neutral wire in bundle. So this is where both neutral wires are. Now this whole thing is for this switch, this whole thing is for that switch, so I'm just gonna keep those two separate. And then this black wire right here, that goes to the light itself. So on this side it goes to the light. On the other switch, that's where the power source comes in. So that's what I'm going to be doing, is I'm going to be taking this out, and because this switches are identical and you can connect live or load, it doesn't matter which switch you use it on, which side. So they're pretty much identical. So there's two travelers section here. Screws are here, two travelers, so that's red and black, this top two one. And then there's a green, which is your ground wire, so that's gonna connect to this copper wire. And then you're gonna have this neutral wire, which is gonna connect to all these neutrals right here. So let me go ahead and connect it, and I'll show you what it looks like afterward. Hi guys, so I have finished installing the switch. So as I told you before, I have connected the travelers wire red and black. The way you can tell those are travelers is by looking at the bundle inside, and whichever has a red wire, that's the traveler wire, red and black together. And it should have a white wire also, which is a neutral wire, and that connects to here, right here, where the other neutral is. And then I have connected the ground wire to a copper wire and put it bundle here, and then I have the load that comes from the light. So the way you can tell that, by this bundle should have only white and black wire, no red, and that connects directly to the where the live load screw is, which is black one right here. All right, so next thing what I want to do is I want to pack all this back into the box. That's the tricky part. So I have finished placing all the wires inside, and pretty much now it's just lining up the screws and tightening the screw, and this installation will be pretty much done on this side. All right, so I have go ahead and screwed it in. You can line it up, you can level it and do all that stuff to make it perfect. It's lined up correctly, and then just put a cover plate on top of it and screw those on, and that should be ready to go on this side. And then I'm going to do the second side, which is because it's a three-way switch, so two switches are controlling same light. So I'll go to the second switch. Alright, I'm going to show you to open this box. Switch box, all you have to do is just unscrew this too. Once you unscrew those two, just pull it out. And before you begin the work, make sure your breaker is turned off so that there's no electricity running. And then to take the switch out, all you have to do is just unscrew this another two screws about same location. Alright, so when you pull out this three-way switch, what you're gonna find is a few things. You have red and black wire, which are travelers wire. And then you have the power wire, the main source of power that comes in. And then you have a copper wire, which is your ground. And then you're gonna have neutral wire somewhere inside, bundle up. So I have it here, neutral wire. So I'm gonna be connecting neutral wire, another neutral wire to this. So just to let you know, this is neutral wire, power, travelers wire, and the copper. All right, I'm gonna unscrew all this and gonna start installing the new switch. So in your switch box, there could be two things happening. You could have the wire can be installed in this screw instead of through the hole here. And that's typical for all three wires, 1, 2, and 3. So if that's the scenario, you just unscrew it and then unwind the wire and take it out. But if it's placed inside a hole like this one, what you need to do is just take a flat, small screwdriver and just slide it in this slot right here. When you slide that and push it in, the wire should come out. So what I'm going to do is just going to push it in and pull the wire out. It comes out just like that. and you do the same thing for all wires. And then for the ground wire, it's again unscrewing it, and then just unwind the wire. Maybe I need to unscrew a little bit more, and then just bring it out. That's it. So that completes this task. Now I'm just gonna bring in a smart switch and install it. In order to connect them, all you have to do is unscrew this screw, and that would, should be able to lift this plate, and then you can slide this wire in there and then tighten back the screw up. Just make sure you don't have any excess stripped wire. If there's any excess, just cut it up so that way it will fit directly within this slot right here and it doesn't stick out. I connected all those 3 wires. Now I'm gonna just screw top this too with the, the neutral versus with neutral, and then I'm gonna do copper with this. Okay, so you want to go back and review real quick all the connection. So, all neutrals are together, all the white wires are together. And then make sure the black wire with the red bundle, both of them connects to the bottom 2, which are the gold screws. Those are traveler's position. And then you have the black one, the other black, that comes from the light itself or the main power source. And you're going to connect that to the black screw here, and then you're pretty much good to go. You have ground to copper, and then you're ready to go. Next step is to put all these wires back into the box and then put the screws back on. So I'm just gonna go ahead and shove all the wires back in kind of somewhat neatly. If you want to be more, precise, you can level this switch out, which I'll do it in a second. Alright, so screws are in. Now it just left, the last step is just to put the plate on top of it, and everything should be good to go. So, good thing is that it does come with the plate, the switch itself, so just make sure you there's a up written here. Make sure that side is up when you're placing it. Lined it up, and this doesn't have screws, so you just push down on it and it should click. There you go. It's all clicked. Perfect. Good to go. And you can take this plastic off. And this one too. So now switches are connected, and I'll show you step by step how you can set it up in the app. And this switch doesn't need any hub or anything, so it connects directly to the Wi-Fi. So that's a good thing about this TP-Links. I definitely love that part. So that way you don't have any extra small devices hanging around somewhere in your house, and you have to purchase those. So let's go to the app and see what it requires to set this thing up. First, download the Casa app, which is a TP-Link app, and then launch the app. On top right corner, click on the plus button to add a device, and then select the add a device. Now just scroll down to where you're going to see a 3-way switch. Go ahead and click on that one, and then what you're gonna do is click yes, I have, because you already installed the switch. And then you just want to make sure the switch shows the green and orange line blinking. If it's doing that, then I want you to go ahead and minimize the app, and then go ahead and launch the settings and go to your Wi-Fi. In the Wi-Fi you should see two TP links. Select the one of them and connect to it. Once it's connected, go back to your TP-Link app, which is Casa. Now click on Start Configuration, and then go ahead and give a name to your device or switch. I'm gonna go ahead and call it Upstairs Switch. In this you can select the switch icon that you like, or you can even take a picture of the switch and use that. So go ahead and select the icon and click Save. In this step, you're gonna click on the drop down button to select your Wi-Fi network. Click on it and connect to the Wi-Fi. Insert your password and then select Next. So now we're done with the first switch, and now we're gonna continue to the second switch. So go ahead and click Start. You want to verify your second switch is showing as a green and orange light blinking, then click Next. For the next step, you have to go to a switch and hold down the power button on the switch. So let's go ahead and do that. I'll show you how to do that. Alright, as per the app, it's asking me to press and hold the power button. So I'm just going to push it and just hold it. Until it starts blinking red. And that's it, and go back to an app now. So holding that button syncs that switch with the other switch, so both switches are synced together. And now go ahead and click Next and click Done. This will ask you to update. Go ahead and update the switch. Shouldn't take that long to update the switch to a newer software, and it should be good to go after this. Go ahead and hit the done one more time, and you're all set to go as far as setting up the switch. Now you should be able to see that upstairs switch in the list. Now you can go ahead and turn it on and off through this app, or you can do it through the physical switch. It should work. Everything should be synced. This completes the installation of TP-Link 3-way switch.